there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Once again, it is Sovereign Saturday. Sovereign men stand up for themselves. I'm gonna tell you what, one of the main things a man has to do in general, and a sovereign man does in particular, is stand up for themselves and their viewpoints. And when I mean stand up for yourself, it could be even in situations when you're on jobs. You know, I've sat in like human resources more for bucking a manager on different jobs at different levels. You know, I've had more conversations and all I've done is just stand up for myself, because I've had some managers come after me, some people come for me, and I was like, no, this ain't happening. This ain't happening. No, I ain't going to just kowtow just because you in a position where you can like affect my job. I'll just leave the job. Don't think I want your job that badly. I'm going to put up with some bullshit, you know? And you got to be that way. You got to stand up for what you believe in. It's not even a question whether it's right or wrong. It's your belief. And if you're wrong in what you believe in, just acknowledge it. But stand up for what you believe. Stand up for your principles. Stand up for your sovereignty. There's some people who put up with some shit because, like I said, the main thing, okay, maybe it's the job, because you do get some abusive managers. They try to use their power. They feel good because they don't have power in the rest of their life. But you got to let them know, no, you don't speak to me like that. I don't care who you are. Oh, we can both walk to human resources. And like I said, I've been in human resources for that, because I've had some managers come for me because, you know, just by nature, I'm one of those people on a job, just tell me what to do and then leave me alone. And I actually had some managers, supervisors figure that out. They say, look, but you get to a point, you always going to be on top of everything. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know. Shoot. And I ain't gonna lie, there was one job I got actually fired from. I got fired from because I stood up for it, but I said, hold up, this is what you wanted, this is what I did. Ironically, I got fired not for the work, but for not going to parties. It was the stupidest ass shit. Anyway, yeah, that business soon went out of business. So, and other people came up with some problems, but I stood up for myself, even when it came to the money aspect. And that's how you gotta be. You can't call yourself sovereign and you just following along. Like, yeah, you gotta work on other jobs. Yeah, you might have to deal with people, but you gotta let them know. You gotta look them in the eye and let them know, no, you gonna step to me. You know what, if you got an issue, you better be calm about it. And you better have a correct issue, but you come off some like little bullshit or something, or you think you gonna try to boss me or do this, that shit ain't gonna work. Because, of course, you get some people try to do that in the world. You know, you get some people try to say hey, this or that. It's like, no, who the hell are you? And then whatever you believe in, they try to say something is wrong with it. They say, no, this is what I believe. Don't try to tell me what I should be doing. That's why I got a real issue with somebody getting on these channels and saying in the comments, well, you should do a video on this or do this. It was like, delete. That's how deep it is, you know? Now, if you hit me up, you know me personally, you ask nicely, and I respect you. I'll think about it. But that's still sovereign too. You only doing stuff according to your terms. Your terms. Because that's a problem I'm seeing with a lot of men. They're not standing up for their real beliefs. And honestly, and I've had some people say, well, Rob, you talk about going to somebody's jaw or something. You got to stand up to the point. You got to be prepared to fight. And yeah, somebody can whip your ass, but that's just an ass whipping you got to take. That's how much you got to believe and stand up for your beliefs, your principles. Let me talk about that principles thing. Let's just be real. And going through life, people will want you to violate your own principles to fulfill their agenda. No, if you got a certain principle, you don't violate it. Not even for money. In fact, if you even say, well, I'll do this for a certain amount of money, boom. Like I would tell you what, and yes, I could use $1 million, but if somebody hit me up and say, hey, if you talk about this subject or you start doing this on your your videos and stuff is like, or if you stop talking about body game on these videos, I give you $1 million. I'll give it to you up front with a contract saying you gotta give it back if you don't do what I'm asking. And I'll be like, damn, wow, $1 million. Wow, you give me $1 million and all of that? No. Because one, if you offer me money for something, that means I could probably make money doing what I'm doing. And I'd rather make the money on my own. That's why like some people have hit me up and say, well, what can I pay you to do this video? No amount of money. No amount of money. That's one thing, as a sovereign man, you don't sell yourself out for money. I don't care how much you need. And no, trust me, $1 million, shit, could go a long way with that. But no. That's how much your principles have to be, nothing. Or if a woman says, well, I give you some, but you gotta do this, this, or this. Damn, you got a fat ass too. No, that's not what I'm gonna do. Because understand something, as a sovereign man, you gotta live with your principles. That's who you are. And you gotta be sovereign to the point nothing can change you. And I'm gonna be real, even if somebody hold a gun to your head. You gotta be to that point. Because you'd be like, well, if you don't do this, I'm gonna kill you. I made my peace with God. Now I know some people will say, well, I'll do it. No. Because once you give up your sovereignty, once you give up your principles, you live the rest of your life as a slave. I'd rather die free. And we won't get into any skills of actually getting that gun out of your way. So anyway, here's the thing. Stand up for yourself, no matter what you got to do. Stand on your principles. Stand on your code. Whatever you got to do. It might mean you lose a job. Like I said, I've been in human resources for bucking managers. Jobs have been straight up threatened. And I was like, bye. And one time where I was like, nah, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I was doing. You don't like it, bye. And they went out of business. So I was like, oh, well, boom. You should have been doing, hey, you should have just let me keep doing my work. So anyway, though, sovereign men stand up for themselves. Always do that, all right? So anyway, that's all I have for today. Keep rising to become the sovereign man you were meant to be. Peace and blessings.